gentlemen, you received your instructions. Therefore, you have any questions? All right, I want a good, clean fight. Touch clause, go back to your corner.
All the hoopla around Morrison, and just before we came to you, Stallone and Burt Young were reenacting what would be, for their movie anyway, the scene in the middle of the ring where they get the instructions, and then they left, and the real people came in.
And
the real boxing people.
Should Tommy Morrison win this fight, as I'm sure
every single outing.
And he says he wants to get a little quicker, wants to throw a little more punches, stay a little busier, and just generally get a little bit quicker. Canady, incidentally, has been in there against the best in the heavyweight division. He fought Mike Tyson. I asked him how that fight went. There's that left hand of Morrison.
You always wonder about, and you talked to Morrison about it earlier today, the distraction of all the stuff going on. Can it affect your performance in the ring? And Morrison is really focused.
He said Morrison wouldn't bother me at all. Another right hand. Pretty good shot by Morrison, but Canady stays there.
Top people, and of course they're talking about him facing Jim Quintillis on the undercard of Duran Leonard.
The time span for him, unlike that of Ray Mercer, who we'll see later tonight, is much more relaxed. About 2 years, they say, the mouthpiece flew out of Morrison's mouth, and they will stop the fight to put the mouthpiece back. It was Canady's mouthpiece, I beg your pardon. So it appears that Lorenzo Canady will do something that not too many opponents of Tommy Morrison. So round number 2 now. Tommy Morrison trying to do what he does, and that is deceiving
him box.
And a right hand, and Canady started to go, but stayed right there. Body shots have been a very effective weapon, incidentally, for Tommy Morrison. When he beat Mike Robinson in Atlantic City, he did so largely with body shots.
There is a cut. Yeah, underneath the eye of Tommy Morrison.
Unfortunate thing here, I'll say that. There's a left hand, but Canady's still there.
Tommy Morrison's left hook tonight is much wider than it's been lately. We've talked before.
Canady, but it was a headbutt.
Clash of heads between those two as they came together. And you always wonder what impact does it have with a boxer when he gets cut. Some have come completely unglued. Doesn't look like that is happening to Morrison. And certainly it's not a cut that's... Yeah, he is a tough guy, and I doubt that it will have any impact on him.
As tough as he is, that's a nice... Morrison getting a little frustrated, I think. He's kind of lunging at Canady a little bit, not setting down on his punches like he usually does.
Yeah, there you have how I scored the first.
So he's one of the men in Morrison's corner. And he said, boy, it wasn't that long ago we were in Great Falls, Montana, and it was me and Tommy Morrison. And now Bill Caton's there. There were 25 people from the movie industry, as we mentioned, in his locker room. Things are getting tougher, if only by a matter of numbers. And a right hand by Canady at the bell. We'll be back.
And he takes a right hand, so you can see that he is taking some punches that he hasn't taken in.
Lorenzo Canady, and again, you just have to think that he might be a little distracted, and I don't mean to take anything away from Canady. But Morrison is wilder than we've seen him. Not setting down on his punches as we've seen him do. And he's missing a lot.
Not throwing as many combinations. Wide left hook by Morrison. That punch not as we said, is short. I made the last round even. So I have got Morrison just trying to counter him a little bit more. Like that. Good body shot by Canady underneath.
Canady clearly getting the better of it right at the moment.
He's having a good fourth round.
Another right hand.
And Tommy's missing a lot. And Lorenzo is in position to hit Morrison.
Yeah, Morrison really starting to show a little bit of frustration here.
Morrison has been 6 once before in his career, beating Aaron, and Tommy not throwing too often.
Canady right now looking to counter back to the ropes, hoping to catch Morrison lunging in. Now he's covering up.
Covering up rather well.
And your card.
Very close, Morrison by one.
Might have been his best punch of the fight there, and that may have slowed Canady.
It did, yeah.
Canady looks on unsteady legs right as we speak. That comes back firing.
Very important sequence for Canady. He's going after Morrison.
That uppercut is really there for Canady. He has scored with that punch a half a dozen times.
I don't know if the judges are seeing this as close as I am, but I think it's a very close bout.
Very hard fight, to be honest, for Lorenzo Canady to win.
Oh, yeah. Canady has found a home to that uppercut during much of this bout, but the crowd getting on the fighters a little bit. Maybe they're getting on Morrison a little bit for not being able to finish.
Morrison is leaning on Canady now. They're coming off the ropes with his back to the ropes. Right hand by Canady. Another headbutt.
Canady, you think you want to work on that a little bit. See, Morrison coming in with that right hand. Got to jab your way in.
I think you could really start to develop that habit, putting people away as easily as Tommy Morrison had coming into this fight.
Gosh, I guess I saw it differently than the judges, eh?
Now there's an upset. Tommy Morrison wins the fight, and we thought...